Good morning. This is DETV's Good Morning Wilmington with Nadj and Jay.
Good morning.
I lost my earring.
We are starting off this Wednesday, and you know what? It's okay to start off your day.
Can I just have the earring?
No, I'm going to give it back to you, but this is a perfect example. We're going to walk through this day, and sometimes you start the day on the wrong foot because literally 10 seconds before we started live, I saw her earring go flip plunk down to the ground, and we start our day rough sometimes, but we pick each other up and keep it moving. So how do you feel, Nadj, today?
I have a cornucopia of emotions
A
this morning.
cornucopia of emotions. Does the background make you feel a little bit better? The cheeriness?
It's beautiful.
Yeah? I love that color red.
The holidays are coming this month,
They're here.
The holidays are coming this month.
This month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jazzing it up. What's going down?
What's going on?
Well, one thing I didn't kind of talk about that I would actually like to sort of address is I watched the boxing match over the weekend on Saturday.
Okay.
So I know that you didn't really, you're not too much in there.
I'm too squeamish. I can't do blood. I can't do beatings.
Oh man, that's a good point. I understand, but I actually find that interesting. That so you're a mom, right? And you've had, and I mean you've given birth to children, but you still get squeamish with.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Did anybody? Does your family watch the boxing matches at all, or any
My
kind of fight?
dad does.
Okay.
My mom and my stepdad do. I don't think they really paid much attention this time.
No? Okay.
But my dad told me, before we all knew about the what's his name? Tyson.
Tyson and Roy Jones.
That not having a winner, a designated winner. My dad was like, oh, Tyson
Right.
gonna win. So,
No, I mean,
he's scary.
They're both scary, and they're both still really. I mean, listen, Roy Jones at his age would still, give any normal human being a huge problem. And it was funny because, all right, so I train a little bit with the Muay Thai, which is Thai boxing.
And
Shout out to.
Now he a boxer.
I'm not a boxer. That's the whole point, actually, is I am not a fighter, even though I train. And so I have an understanding of how scary and difficult it is to do even sparring, like light sparring. The first time I sparred was like...
Sparring?
So in order to train for an actual fight, you have to fight beforehand, you know what I'm saying? And you can do that in a lot of different levels. So you can, it's kind of hard to explain, but you can play fight, to keep it simple. That's sparring. And that can go up to the point where you're actually really fighting so that you can get prepared for the real fight day, right? So even just going lightly, you know what I mean? And just very lightly tapping each other the first time, right?
Whoa.
It can be scary. Even that is like you kind of feel like you kind of go into a certain mode. And so my point is that people have been making fun of Nate Robinson because he was one of the undercards. He's a professional basketball player, retired, and very athletic guy.
Okay.
And he got knocked out, like cold. He was literally.
I saw that.
He was literally face down on the ground.
Yeah.
And listen, the amount of courage it took for him to, number one, just step in the ring is courage that most people don't have.
No.
And the fact that he got knocked down twice before the actual knockout and still got back up and still showed a tremendous amount of heart, that's a big deal. Most people, including myself, would be like, okay, I'm out, that's it, you knocked me flat on my face one time, I'm not getting back up. So on one hand, and I'm ranting, on one hand, people are making fun of him because he got knocked out. And I get it. But on the other hand, if you want to talk about the metaphor of getting knocked down and getting back up and still saving face and being brave, that was a perfect example of that.
But he didn't get back up.
He did, though.
When?
After the fight. He lost that fight. He lost.
Well, yeah, he didn't die.
But the thing is, that has happened before. And
it made me think, that thing where people say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And then people be like, oh, well, they never said the weapons won't form. Well, the weapons form. And they formed against him.
Yes.
And they prospered.
Yes, they did. He lost that fight.
Yes.
But how many of us can take a loss like that get up get up off the mat literally, and then still save face and keep it moving, because he's not going to quit. Like, that is boxing. In order to be a boxer or any kind of professional anything, you have to get knocked down on your tail and still keep it moving, and he did and is doing that, and that is very admirable. And people don't realize that he stepped in the ring. Like, I have literally trained for more than him, you know what I mean? And that's not to say how I'm sure he probably still beat me up either way, but he trained for a very small amount of time and stepped into the ring against someone who has been training at a high level for years. And it's not the smartest thing to do, let's be honest about that, but he showed a tremendous amount of courage in what he did. And I don't think that any fighter who knows what that's about will deny that. Yes, he made a mistake and went in over his head, but he said, you know what? I stepped in over my head, and I'm going to walk this as hard as I can no matter what. And that's a big lesson to be learned for anybody.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Bottom line, whatever Jay just said.
I don't think that. So now that rant is over, what else do we have?
Okay. So on a more serious note, Friends, Delaware. We have 682 new cases as of Tuesday. That is a single day record.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the average daily new cases on November 1st was 182. So that's big. You know, I know we said it last show. We say it every show.
We're going to keep saying.
And we're going to
keep talking about this, like, because it's important.
Everybody tired of COVID. COVID, we tired. We tired. Okay, I want to curse. That's how tired I am. I'm not going to curse though. But y'all gotta reel it in. Y'all really have to, like, think about everyone else's health. Think about your own health. Think about your family's health, the children's health. I mean, think about, how about this? If you don't want to think about nobody else, think about me.
Oh.
And I mean that because my son, my babies have premature lungs, okay? My son has lung disease, bronchopulmonary dysplasia, which means his lungs can't handle nearly what ours can handle.
In terms of, can you?
Like, he has an inhaler. He has breathing treatments. He can go on oxygen. When he's sick, my son suffers. So think about if my son were to come in contact with someone like these people who are running rampant in these streets, or your children, or your family members, or your friends who are careless, my son could die. My son could die. I could die. My children, all three of them, could die. I really want you guys to put that into perspective. This is a face that you see every week now, Monday and Wednesday. And I know y'all love when I be smiling and laughing, but think about it. If my son were to leave this earth, and y'all know how much I love my kids, because of someone's irresponsibility, how would you feel?
It's a tough thing for anybody. And, like, for me, I'm not going to front. Like, on one hand, I've been very disciplined about this, you know?
Yeah, Jay's.
I'll be like, over the course of the summer, I've been out to, like, 2 restaurants, like, one for a very serious situation with one of the kids. I was like, I'm not going to leave this kid stranded, and I'm going to, you know, meet up with him late night at a restaurant where there weren't that many people. And then one other time, and I have a birthday coming up, and my brother's turning 40 this year. Like, he's got a big birthday, you know what I mean? And my instinct is there's always a little bit of an instinct to just be like, forget it. I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. And you just kind of want to, you know, jump off the train of discipline and say, forget about it.
And then you get one sniffle and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what happened. No, from the jump. That's how because I am good at maintaining a smiley face, but there is most of the time I'm leaning like, oh my gosh, every little thing, like that's half the reason why I've been so obsessive this year about working out, is because in my head I'm sort of testing out my lungs in a way. Like, if I get out on that track or I go down into the basement and I'm like, and I'm not feeling right, I'm like, okay, something is wrong, and let me check in. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been getting tested so regularly, because
they know you they be like, oh, we got you.
Happily, you know?
And, you know, we also have, it says 246 people are currently hospitalized due to COVID-19. So think about it. Y'all complain about them ER waiting times. Like, I know me, I'll go straight to Christiana, because I live in Wilmington, but I will go to Christiana in Newark, because The Wilmington Hospital takes forever, and well, St. Francis is pretty quick. St. Francis is good, but think about it. If everything else is taking forever, then you got COVID, and all these people being hospitalized. What if you have an emergency that isn't COVID related? Like, I don't want to dwell on this. So let's just, really dig deep and start thinking about the people that are affected, the people that could be affected, the fact that you could be affected, your coins could be affected. I mean, think about your money.
That's my main thing, honestly.
Think about your coins.
No, for me, either way, like, no, even if I get it or my children get it, and everything, because on one hand, it is clearly a deadly disease that we have to take seriously.
Yeah.
Now, you could also look at the statistics and understand that it's like 1% of people have real difficulty with it. So I could take that gamble, right? But at this point, even if...
But it's not even just current.
No,
though.
watch. So even if I... our family gets it and we're perfectly fine, which is the likelihood.
Right.
At this point, either way, I'm out of work for 2 weeks. My wife has to quarantine for 2 weeks. I got to have my kid home, both of my kids. It's either way, it's an inconvenience. And that's just sort of the law of it. So there's no escaping that part of it. You know what I mean? So why set myself up at this point for that kind of inconvenience? Like, it's holidays. I got
and the long-term effects, money-wise and health-wise. Like I said, I have friends who are still experiencing crazy symptoms that the doctors can't even explain to them, and they're my age.
Yeah.
So let's move on to something
Happy
a little
things.
more.
Hey, my birthday's coming up.
I don't know you.
My birthday's coming up. Guess how old I'm going to be?
56.
56 years old.
You're gonna be 56.
Mama's genes are presenting themselves very well because 56 looks.
You are the best.
56 is the new 26. Dang gummit.
You the best 56-year-old best friend I ever did have. Oh my! You're literally my oldest friend.
Okay, I'm proud.
Wait, no. I have older friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe you have actual friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised at that in itself, but hey, here's the friends.
Yet the only people that ever comment are your family members on Facebook.
So seriously, I'm turning 44. I'm turning 44 years old.
Be 44. Our Jay is going to be
fofo. With the fofo.
Fofo.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to do that. It's one of the misconceptions about us old people, and this is for all you old people, because, and I'm not trying to gloat, but on one hand, I have mama's genes, so I present younger than I am, right?
Stop disrespecting Papa J. Stop it.
My dad started getting gray hair when he was like,
so what?
In high school, college.
Papa J.
My best friend.
You good.
He's a silver fox. He can be the silver fox. I'm here for the silver foxes. That's okay. I understand that my best friend is a silver fox. But, the bottom line is.
The bottom line.
I say it so much. It's really funny. But part of the reason why I still am able to function almost as if I was when I was like, my teens and early 20s, is because I take care of myself. So speaking of which, segue, you owe yourself some more, backpacking. Talk to us about how.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You're maintaining your youth well and getting it back together after the 3 babies. Talk about it. Be about it.
So, I have been working out consistently for our 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
It is over actually next Wednesday.
On my birthday.
So I've been doing better, asking for help. I've been trying different things. I've been feeling really good.
How do you feel? Try to be more. I want to hear specifics about how you feel.
So I definitely noticed a change in my clothing. So when we first started the show, like a lot of my clothes, I had to go down in sizes, and because I had lost a lot of weight over COVID blues. But I've started to gain a little weight.
Is that because you stopped eating, sort of, or like why were you?
Yeah. COVID blues. I just was like, meh.
In a funk.
It was in a funk, which a lot of people have been. I've been fitting my clothes a lot better. I've been feeling a lot more confident. I haven't been as exhausted.
So you have more energy now that you're
I have a little more energy. Like, I'm able to play with my kids and actually like enjoy it instead of being like, oh God.
That is one of my core soapboxes about is it gives you energy. Yes, you drain yourself, but when you
that and coffee.
I have my pour over in my
coffee.
fancy DETV mug, and it is
your cold pour over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this challenge, I'm very proud of it. I'm looking forward to my summer body because, like, I understand that people are like, well, you're thin. That shouldn't be a concern. But there is a skinny girl flab. There is that. Like, there are things that just don't sit right when you're not toned.
Can we talk about stereotypes? Can we open this? I think we've had like sort of off-camera conversations.
What?
But the idea, so I think that in large part, and anyone, feel free to rip me a new one if I'm speaking out of, if I'm saying offensive things, but I think stereotypically in the least, like when you think of, you know, what we enjoy most about women of color is the curves, right? You know, you even said thicker than a sticker. You know what I mean? Like that is sort of, you wanna build out the hips and all that, and kind of have a thin waist, and that's a beautiful shape, and everyone doesn't have that shape. And
thank you.
There's that like you're trying to gain weight when a lot of people are trying to lose it, and you know. I don't
What you want me to say? I'm thicker than a Snicker. That's
okay,
it.
Good,
that's where we
at. Yes.
End of discussion.
End of discussion.
Honey. My husband happy. I'm happy. My clothes is happy. My bank account happy because.
Why is that?
Because my clothes fit, so I don't have to keep buying. Like when my weight fluctuates.
See, these are things I don't think. Go.
My weight fluctuates, so then I have to go down a size, and everything fits really baggy. But then when I go up a size, all the skinny stuff I can't fit no more. So when I have a solid weight that stays, I'm good, and my clothes fit well, and I don't have to worry about buying anything. But I'm still gonna spend, so I guess it really don't matter.
Do you have like a target weight or image in your head? I
am doing my best to accept myself as I am, and not set those type of goals.
Okay.
I'm giving myself grace and understanding that I am who I am, and to just be. Love myself. I love myself. No, do that again.
Shout out to Kiva.
Kima, get your boy.
There's only one me.
There is only one me. Perfectly unique. Okay, that's me. That's me right there. So I'm trying to focus on that. So I don't have a goal weight. I just want to be comfortable, and I want to feel beautiful, and I want to feel sensual, and all these wonderful things. So I'm accomplishing that, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters. And I'm here to say that all of the shapes are beautiful, you know? All of the shapes. If you're thick and that's your build, enjoy that build.
Can you not do that when you're talking about...
I have a vision.
Just don't. Woo!
And if you're thin, I do the same thing. That's beautiful. It's all beautiful. All of the shades, all of the sizes. What's the song by the Wu-Tang Clan, Ice Cream, Raekwon? I like it all. So listen, do you and make the most out of it. And you can make the cringe face, but I meant what I said. So take that. What else is going on?
What else is going on? So.
Speaking of thick and thin, what about A$AP Rocky and Rihanna?
Let me tell you something. Wait.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
That's a lucky man. I likes me some men's, but
help me out.
Rihanna is fine. Okay, Rihanna is fine.
I didn't say
so
it. I'll
the
let
fact
you say
that,
it.
but I don't know. Wasn't A$AP Rocky the one that was like being a jerk?
So let's be honest. All I know is I recognize his face and his name, and this is no disrespect to the man. I just don't know a song. I know that. I know
they look good together.
How? So help me with that, because I think he's like into the fashion stuff very well.
Yes,
like he's much better dressed than me.
He's a very attractive man.
Okay, so see, there we go.
He's a very attractive
man.
So
he's a good-looking guy.
Yes.
Okay.
I like them together. And
why?
I don't know. They just look good together. And because they're both a little bit of rebels. So, well, not a little bit. They're both rebels.
He is? Okay. Yeah. I really don't know. Okay.
Okay. So.
But I like Rihanna, and I always have.
So we're on team Rocky.
Okay. This is the new thing.
That's what we'll call it, Rocky. If there's a correct name, somebody correct me. But that's where we at right now.
Okay.
Okay. Also, what else is going on? So our Uncle Joe, the new president, he
President-elect. Let's still say president-elect. He's not there yet. We're going to keep it official. President-elect Joe Biden.
Suffered a hairline fracture after twisting his ankle playing with his pup. So I know that's painful because this summer, remember?
I remember.
I broke my foot. I fractured my foot.
Yeah. The first time that we actually did a face-to-face gig together was you with your broken foot.
I was like, hey, Jay, can you play for me? Also, I need you to drive and handle everything because I can't walk.
But you sang in that boot, girl, and the power went out. That was a funny story.
I wobbled up and sang. It did go.
That went really well. No, that was a really funny story because outside of the boot, like I was playing. Listen, I'm not an accompanist traditionally, and she reached out to me saying, "Hey, I want you to play the Negro National Anthem. I lift up your voice and sing for Richard Raw's event." And I worked to really make sure that I don't mess up her song while she's singing it. And I started to play the song, and within 2 to 3 measures, the power just went out.
I just looked at him and kept singing.
And she was a complete professional. Like she didn't change pitch. She didn't lose the key.
What you expect?
Listen, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, but you maintained professionality.
Okay.
And I came back in when the power went back on, and we didn't skip a beat.
You play so
I'm ridiculous. I can't help.
He plays as aggressive as he speaks.
My piano thick. Did we get the kind of the wrap up sign? Oh, wait, how much time do we? We can still go.
We got 9 minutes.
Good. I'm here for it.
Oh my God.
So.
Okay, so.
The thing with Joe Biden, though, bringing it back, I kind of went off on a tangent, but I hate to keep saying it, but like. And I'm sure that man's 80 years old, and he is? He's pretty close to it. He might be 76
Uncle
or
Joe
so.
Slick.
Uncle Joe, he's still got it, and I'm sure that he does things to keep himself in shape because who knows how bad that little, could have been.
And it's so easy to do that. I literally.
This is part of why I really try to maintain myself because I had kids at a relatively late age.
At 79.
At 79, I had my first child, and here I am. And I want to be able to keep.
Don't let age stop you.
But that's why my kids, I want to be able to keep up with them 100% when they get a little bit older. What was that?
Sorry, I can't. Okay, all right. So speaking of Uncle Joe, President-elect
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Our Delaware's own Tony Allen from Delaware State University is.
He is, as far as I understand, he's leading.
He's going to lead the inauguration committee, and he's written speeches with Uncle Joe. So congratulations to you, Tony. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yeah, president of DSU, HBCUs.
Right.
You went to DSU, right?
I did for a year. I can't technically claim them like that.
Yeah, but you got some of the good juju from there.
I did. So Brother Tony, if you need somebody, that too. You want to come on the show, but if you also need somebody to accompany you, let us know.
Either way, she will sing really well, and hopefully my piano will maintain.
That will not happen. That would be terrible if that happened. Your piano shuts off in the middle of me singing the anthem at Uncle Joe's inauguration.
But you will maintain either way. But really, seriously, congratulations. I think it's Dr. Allen for sure for taking on such huge effort. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. And I just love, how many times am I going to be saying this over the next 4 years with the show? But I love the fact that we're going to see so much shine come to Delaware.
Right.
And you're going to see our citizens, our community shine.
Y'all hear that? So what that means is.
We don't realize.
Clean it up.
Yes.
Wipe it down. Wipe it down,
100%, because there are going to be so many opportunities, and I'm genuinely charged up.
Get them resumes together. Get to the dentist. Get some blood work done. Make sure you good, because we got the spotlight.
I really want to make sure that we
get your hair done.
Get your hair did.
Hair did.
I really want to make sure that, because it's a Wednesday, we only have a few more minutes, and I really want to make sure that, especially on a hump day, when we're trying to get over and get through the week, you know what I mean? That we leave people in a good place and kind of feeling inspired. Because I read this, was it an article? No, I was listening to a podcast, and the guy was basically saying that whenever this thing ends, it's going to be like the Roaring 20s, because they had the pandemic in 1918, and that was a big flu, and it killed. It was very deadly.
How did you survive?
Well, you know, my that was really well. I normally I have a quick comeback, but you threw that one in there very sharp. That was a nice little. You got a nice little body shot. You got me good with that. Well done. That's a nice smug smile. But bottom line is, at the end of this thing, when people are really cleared to, you know, just be in contact, it's going to be lit. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard?
There are a lot of COVID babies, but there about to be a lot of post-COVID babies.
Listen.
Woo, child.
I remember.
I won't be one of them.
I mean, I remember the Roaring 20s very well. You know what I mean? Back when we were swing dancing, you know, and jazz first started. I was actually there when one of the first jazz dances. And it was wonderful. We were swinging and doing swing, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be swinging again 100 years later. I made it through the first flu, and I got it through this pandemic, and it's going to be a party. And the thing is, everybody has just got to hold on tight.
Yes, hold on.
And get through this thing.
Hold on.
You know, and it's just like, I know that everyone is tired. It's the winter, you know, not officially, but
we already got COVID blues. Then we're gonna have the holiday blues,
and then you got the January. Because the worst, for me, I think most people, the most difficult time of the year is from like the beginning of January through until it starts to get warm out, right? That's when people get really down, and it's going to be really. A lot of people are going to be like, whatever, forget about it. But we can do this, guys. Let's have that little.
We got this. We in this
we
together.
got this, and we're going to keep that image of the Roaring 20s in a really big party when everyone can be together in a happy way.
Yes.
We're going to keep walking towards that.
Yes.
And I am very.
Walking
excited.
on sunshine.
Yeah, we're gonna walk on sunshine. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a.
Nope.
I'm excited for the new president of Delaware.
Oh, I thought
think
you were
he's
about to
gonna
say
change the
something
tone
crazy.
of things. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all.
All right.
Anything that we need to kind of touch upon before we walk out of here at the end of this little?
No. I think. You know, what we were going to talk about, it would take too long.
It's going to take too long, and like I said, I want to make sure that we end on a nice, pleasant note.
But we will Monday.
Monday.
We have some guests coming on. We have a really good show. We have Chef Dana coming.
Chef Dana will be back.
I will not
watch his
eat.
show. When does his show normally air? Please watch his show.
Mondays?
Is it Monday?
We're still working on that.
Okay.
But just look out for it. His food is da bomb.
And either way, he's going to be back on with us, and we're going to eat.
Yes.
That'll be on Monday, so that'll be like the day before my birthday.
Nobody.
You know? So can I make a request, especially? What would I like? Listen, it's my birthday coming up next week.
You know, our
and if there's
first
any
show aired on my birthday, and I didn't get anything.
I forgot that. Yeah, that's really cool. What a transformation.
So therefore, ain't nothing happening your birthday.
Okay, can we have a little fair thing? Okay, what would you have liked for your birthday?
I wanted a cake. I wanted balloons. I wanted people to dance.
Food from Chef Dana. What would you like him to make for my birthday?
That mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese.
That mac and cheese.
Can you make us mac and cheese?
Chef Dana.
You know what? I think that it is perfectly appropriate to end with a nice comfort food like mac and cheese. So hopefully, if Chef Dana is seeing this, next week we're going to have some proper mac and cheese. And, you know, unfortunately. But isn't that easy, relatively? Like, you can make that pretty simple? It's not that big of a deal?
Don't.
Yeah, I should shut up because I really don't know what it is
You
to make
can't
that kind of
cook,
stuff.
so.
No, I can't.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching us again. Mm-hmm. We really appreciate you so much. We love you guys.
We're having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun.
And keep
We're actual friends now. Sometimes. Maybe. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready to reciprocate on that. No, I'm playing. She's great. I'm enjoying this show completely.
Wednesday.
Have a beautiful Wednesday. We love you. And we love, that's it. I'm gonna shut up.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Have a great Wednesday.